Hello, I'm John Bachman. President Obama asking for $263 million to give police body cameras. Today's announcement comes after the commander-in-chief met with cabinet members to discuss federal programs that provide law enforcement equipment with military supplies, or law enforcement with military supplies, I should say. The use of that equipment by local police was widely criticized following protests in Ferguson after the shooting death of Michael Brown. The body camera plan, which requires congressional approval, would also provide money to expand police training.
Fight back! Fight back!
Meanwhile, in Washington, protesters marched down the streets of Washington, D.C. They also staged one of those die-ins and laid on the street in front of the Justice Department. And over on Capitol Hill, Congress is back at work today. A resolution to fund the government runs out. The resolution that's funding the government for the next 2 weeks is about to run out. Lawmakers hope to have a comprehensive budget done in time, but they need to resort or may need to resort to another continuing resolution in order to avoid a government shutdown. Over in the UK, anti-terror police in England arrest 5 men on suspicion of planning acts of terrorism, but British security officials are careful to say that this is not connected with what al-Qaeda has called their Christmas spectacular. London's Sunday Express saying officials uncovered a plot there to bomb 5 European airliners. The attack would be carried out by using electronic devices like cell phones and tablets to detonate those bombs. Former CIA analyst Fred Fleitz joined us here on Newsmax earlier today and says the threat is very serious.
Can electronic devices be allowed on an airplane at all? Because they could be used as a triggering device either for a weapon elsewhere in the plane or possibly in the hand-carried luggage.
Well, Flight says it's hard to stay ahead of these types of terrorists because they are determined to commit these types of acts. And back here in the U.S., Ohio State's football coach Urban Meyer talking today about one of his players who was found dead over the weekend.
This is a real challenge, and we're going to watch it very closely. I can just tell you this, extremely close team that does a lot of things together and cares about each other.
A 22-year-old Costa Cara George disappeared last weekend. His body was found in a dumpster near their Columbus campus yesterday. Police said they also found a gun and believe Cara George died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Well, the NFL has reinstated Pro Bowl running back Ray Rice. His indefinite suspension for punching his then-fiancée in a hotel elevator was overturned on Friday, and now he's free to play football again. His wife, Janae, talked to the Today Show this morning and spoke about forgiving her husband.
Everybody makes mistakes. After this whole situation, you would think that we lived in a country full of people who never made a mistake.
Well, some teams have reportedly shown interest in Rice, but no takers thus far. Another update coming up for you in 30 minutes. Now back to the Steve Malzberg Show live from New York.